So there's still some fallout happening from Renee Good's shooting. Venezuela is talking real big, and yes, I think we should bomb Iran. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Ripple Effect. So first off, there is still a lot of debate going on with Renee Good. And honestly, I think the problem with messaging is this. When one side goes too crazy and the other side go too crazy, it's like they can point at each other for their stupidity, okay? And that's the problem. We can point at the left for all their nonsense, and the left can point at the right for a lot of nonsense, which is the weirdest part too, is that the right is saying stupid stuff like she was a domestic terrorist and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, stop. Okay, we don't even want to do that, okay? We don't want to, and this is the messaging we need to get out there. Say the truth. Say the truth. Say that she was a mother, fine, whatever, that she was married, whatever, all that stuff that's going on because, they want to deny it, make it sound like she was some nutcase. Yes. But then also the truth is you also do need to say the things that she was trained for trying to interfere with the operations of federal officers. She was also trained to do what she was doing. She was trying to disrupt them. She created extremely dangerous scenario. And whether or not the police officer was in fear for his life, she created the scenario that cost her life. And Biden's administration, and even any most Democratic administration, allowing people just to be crazy whenever they want to, has led us to this point. Police officers are not to be messed with. We just can't, guys. This is not how it works. Interfering with them, blocking them, is a crime. That's why when they came up to her car door, they were trying to get it open. They were going to arrest her, and they realized that I don't want to say wife because I don't believe in that nonsense crap, but the person she was married to, who she calls a wife, was telling her, "Baby, or drive, baby, drive," okay, because she was trying to get it out of there so she could not get arrested. Also resisting arrest, which you also can get shot for that. So, sorry, guys, and actually, I'm not sorry. It's sad that this woman died, and the messaging behind both the right and the left needs to cool it, because none of you guys are telling the truth. The truth is she created a bad scenario and got shot, and that's part of life. When you do stupid things, sometimes, unfortunately, bad things happen to you. She's not a terrorist, and I don't even fully think that she was trying to hit the police officer. If anything, she was trying to bump him, which I know is not the same, as the same, blah, 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 blah. I get that. But she's not a terrorist. She wasn't out there trying to literally create terror for anybody. And she also wasn't this innocent, beautiful, wonderful person. And of course, all the pictures that the left have of her is just like this angelic pose with her holding the baby and then the baby belly and being like, yes. Always is such that the nastiest human beings in the world, they'll always give you the most wonderful yearbook photo that they've ever had. And that's been the story since time immemorial. Also, Venezuela is getting really, really, really big for their britches again. And I think it's funny because it doesn't mean anything. So Venezuela talking big, and some people have said, see, the thing that Trump did isn't working. Yes, it is, guys. Yes, it is. So up front, they're saying all the things that they need to say to keep their military supporting them. But in all reality, behind the scenes is where all the conversations are happening. And I looked it up. Most sources believe that there are major, serious conversations happening behind the scene, both left sources and right sources. So this imagery that they're sending out of insulting Trump and all that kind of stuff is just so they can save face in front of their military. It's nothing else. The regime change has happened, guys. Whether they want to or not, the regime change has happened, and it's going to continue down this road. And I think it's a slow progression. It's a good progression. I like what they're doing. That's great. Keeping it nice and easy makes it nice and compact, where you don't have the explosions of what we're having in Iran. Now, speaking of Iran, yes, I sincerely believe that it is time we put our money where our mouth is and start bombing some key sites. Now, I said just bomb Iran. I don't mean bomb Iran as in, all of it. What I'm saying is there's a lot of military key sites that are extremely important to the Iranian government if they're going to stay in power. And several of those are the command and control areas, or the CNC as they call them sometimes. The command and control. And if we take out their command and control, then the communication between all the different groups of the military would be cut down dramatically. They have killed hundreds, if not thousands, of these protesters already. And supposedly Trump said that was a red line for him. Now, I mean, I'm looking at the time, right? So right now it's still daytime over there or whatever. I know there's like a different time zone thing. That was why the bombing was different last time. But I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting, and I'm hoping on one of these mornings I'll wake up and find out that we freed the country by dropping a few tactical, bombs here and there. Not nukes, just bombs. Not tactical, right? But he could easily do that. Eviscerate the military there, and now the country is ready to be freed. And it's sad because there are so many appeals from these Iranians that are sending video after video after video on the internet to Trump saying, please, please, we will never forget the kindness of you freeing us if you'll just give us a little bit of help, a little bit of aid. What's wrong with that? I honestly don't believe they need boots on the ground. I think it's going to be not even the same situation that's in Venezuela. Iran's on a knife and razor's edge. And I was thinking of mentioning this too, but Cuba and Iran, they both are so desperate with the oil reserves and all that stuff that's going on that Cuba is like 4 days away from sources. Again, we don't know 100%, but the sources are saying it's about 4 days away of practical usable oil before they run out. So Cuba's probably going to fall really, really soon, and we wouldn't have had to do anything. You talk about, this is the thing that should make you sick. It should make you sick that all these nasty regimes out there that are hurting people, that are preventing the spreading of the gospel, that are causing people to go from this wonderful, beautiful countries of wealth and power and everything to nothing. And all it takes is some simple, accurate shots across the bow to cause everything to collapse in these places. And we don't do it. And why don't we do it? Because oftentimes we're weak. Oftentimes we don't care. And that says a lot about us. We should do good when we can. When we can do good and it costs us hardly anything, we should do it. It's the same thing that people are trying to say about Ukraine. All the lefties are trying to say about Ukraine. That if we can do good, we should do it. Then why are they so opposed to what he's doing in Venezuela? And if he goes into Iran, I'm waiting for it now. I can already hear the lefties getting ready, okay, to start screaming about how horrible he is in Iran. I'm waiting for it. I know it's going to happen. So I'm waiting for it. I know it. But because they like the regime that's in, I just said it. Ukraine, it's a different story. You can almost bet dimes to dollars that whatever the lefties are supporting is probably bad. So now I really want to know what's going on in Ukraine. Now I really want to know, right, what their Zelensky's up to in Ukraine. But I think that if we allow the Iranians to protest, and honestly, the bravery, I don't even know how you do it. The bravery of these women that are posting video after video after video of them burning their hijabs, showing their bravery of burning pictures of the Ayatollah. Braver than most of the men. And if we allow them to do that because they had a little bit of hope from us and we do nothing, we're worse than scum. And especially since it wouldn't take much. It wouldn't take much at all. They are ready for us to help. And if we help take out the military, that's all that it would require. And not even the whole military, just some of the military. That's all that it would require. And what are we going to do about it? I don't know. So we are in a weird turmoil right now in the States where we're calling good bad, bad good, and we're letting all kinds of nonsense be done in the name of supposed good. And I'm bringing that up, and I said it that way for a reason. Mark Ruffalo and these people at the Golden Globes that were wearing pins that are like, be good. And they're implying that what she was doing was good. And they're also saying that because her name was good. Okay? But we live in a sick, sick world where because we pull away from the Bible, right? The Bible, I have it on my desk, the Bible. People call the truth false and falsehood's truth. And I've been having to deal a lot with that recently. And it makes me very angry very angry and upset that people just cannot see truth. But we can make a difference, because if we can win people around us and start to slowly spread the truth around us, eventually we can reach more and more and more and more people, because we can start to open hearts with a small bit of truth here and a small bit of truth there. And it can have an effect everywhere, just like a ripple, like the ripple effect. Thank you so much for watching The Ripple Effect. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And it does huge for us every video that you finish watching to completion, to the end, and like. It helps tremendously. It helps the algorithm, and it tells them that this is good. And we can give the left narrative and the left news and even the crazy right news a bloody nose by pushing media like this that is good and that tries to be as truthful as possible. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please do like, comment, and subscribe.